Russ Stoots with the West Star class of 2013. I'm here with Miss Ann Banks. She's a longtime supporter of Haywood County and West Star. Glad you could come today and speak with us about West Star.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to do this for you.
Just got a couple of questions and get your thoughts on and what your involvement was with West Star in the past and what it is in this present time.
All right. So is that my first question?
Yes.
Okay. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm a 1997 graduate of the West Star leadership class. Was an awesome experience for me. That brought my involvement to West Star. As a matter of fact, the year after I graduated, Dr. Robert Smith was the executive director at that time, and he came to me and another gentleman that was in my class, Evelyn Robertson Jr., and asked us to do a spin-off conference, which is the African American Leadership Conference. So I have been with that conference. We just started. He didn't have any idea what he wanted to do. He just said, sit down and do something. So we did that. It was a committee of maybe 5 or 6 other West Star alums. And we just celebrated our 15th year this past April 18th. So that's been forthgoing. Also, that same year, we started the West Star Women's Conference. And that also is our, we celebrate the 15th year for that this past February. So as you can see, it's kind of been ongoing for me. And I'm not exactly sure what year I went on the Board of Trustees, but I served 2 terms on the Board of Trustees. So it's just, you know, been a long-standing, my involvement has just been long-standing ever since 1997.
Good. Thank you. What can you tell us, what has changed in West Tennessee, and what do you want to see to change in West Tennessee?
Oh, wow. Well, gosh, you know, I've seen West Tennessee change tremendously. I've seen the landscape change, you know, the infrastructure has changed tremendously. I've seen us go from industrial to now everything is more or less, well, on the it's computerized, you know. We're more involved, everything. I mean, because, hey, 1997, we weren't sending emails very much. Actually, everything Virginia had to do to contact us, she had to pick up the phone and call us or send it on us. So, you know, it's just changed tremendously. I've seen the landscape of education change here tremendously with the technical schools and with the colleges, you know, having off-site campuses and that type of thing, having our students actually be able to sit out there at the high school and do online classes. And so it's been a tremendous change here. Some would say not so good. I think we've elevated to a point where it's a good change.
Okay. What's your opinion? Do you see an impact through West Star? Does West Star make a difference?
Oh, absolutely. As I said before we started filming this, I made lifelong friends through West Star. And my contacts through West Star, you know, when I was employed, of course, I was with Economic and Community Development with the City of Brownsville. And honestly, it was probably not a week that went by that I didn't refer to someone that had been through that West Star class. Because we had people with the State Department of Economic and Community Development, even though they were not living here in West Tennessee, actually went through the West Star class so that they could be more connected with us. So, oh yeah, it's the impact that West Star has had on West Tennessee is very, it's very high. The level of it is very high.
Okay, and just a final question, and this is, it can be comical or serious or whatever. Is there anything interesting or comical that you'd like to share about your West Star experience?
Oh yeah, climbing that pole and trying to slide down. That was, look, you guys had it easy, I think. I'm not sure they make you do all of that, but we actually had to climb that pole and then slide down on that wire. And I'm telling you, I'm afraid of height, and I was not afraid to say I was afraid of height. And actually, they had to coax me about 2 hours before I would go up on that pole. But I finally made it. I finally made it. And another little thing is I'm really afraid of cats, and we actually went to someone's house one night for a reception, and they had a big cat in there, and I just said, I'm not going in that house, you know, until that cat's out of there. So, and I've been ragged about there pretty much so, but, you know, it's all good.
Well, thank you, Ms. Ann. Well, thank you for your time, and
You're
thank you
welcome.
for your support of West Star. We appreciate you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for thinking of me also.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.